Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the 10 Essentials. What the 10 Essentials are developed by mountaineers to keep each and every single person safe while they are on their travels through the woods or up the mountains. When you do go out on an adventure, you have a couple questions to ask yourself. Can I respond to an accident or an emergency? Can you safely spend a night or more in the woods? If you can answer these questions, then you know that you have packed the 10 essentials. So let's go through all 10 of them and figure out what they are. The first one is navigation. So if you see here, you'll have a compass, you'll have a cellular device, or maybe a GPS to help you navigate. You always also want to bring a map of the area that you're going, just in case if your phone dies or if anything else was to go wrong, you would have an exact location where you naturally are. The next one is sun protection. You want to make sure you have a hat, sunglasses, some sunscreen. You want to keep yourself safe out in the middle of the woods on your adventures because you don't want to get all sunburned and not have a very fun trip. The next one is insulation. So it can range from wearing a jacket, a coat, hat, mitts, socks. You want to make sure you have an extra pair of socks with you, just in case if it does start raining, then you can always change afterwards to keep your feet nice and dry. Also, packing an extra hat or gloves is always a positive thing. You might also want to bring a coat with you. It helps to act as an extra layer in case you stop for a while, then you can put it on to keep yourself warm from getting too cold from the frigid air. You also want to make sure to bring your rain gear. So maybe a raincoat or rain pants, probably both is best. So then you can make sure that you're stay nice and dry while you're going out on your fun trip. Next is illumination. So that involves maybe like a headlamp or a handheld flashlight. But you want to make sure you always have some sort of gear on you that can make sure to keep you able to see where you're going in the middle of the night. But you also want to make sure you pack an extra set of batteries because you never know when you will need them. The next thing is your first aid kit. You always want to make sure that you are prepared for any incident that was to happen. First aid kits can look in all shapes and different sizes. This one I made homemade, so I bought all the stuff and put them in a bag together that is waterproof. But you can also go to Mech or Sale and buy personal little first aid kits. But you want to make sure you have what you will need for your adventure safely set in your first aid kit too, because it always changes from where your place is going. The next thing is fire. So fire can come in all different shapes and sizes as well. You can have a lighter, you can have flint and steel, you can have waterproof matches, but with any matches, you want to make sure you have a container for them as well that is watertight, because without that, your matches may not work. But having more than one option is always best, just in case if one does tend to get wet. The next thing we're going to here is you have a repair kit and you have tools. So what I have here is I have a multi-tool and I have a knife, but I also have duct tape in case I need to tape anything up. I also have rope in case I need to tie things as well. I also have my mini repair kit here for when I am out in the woods so I can patch up possibly my bag or my jacket or something else like that. But it's also good to have a whistle on you as well. The next thing you want to have is an extra few granola bars or food or whatever your personal choice is. I have here 3 different kind of Cliff Bars that I enjoy, so I would bring a couple extra of those in case I got caught in the woods for the night. I would have something to eat then as well, and something to eat in the morning until I can find my way out. The next set of things here is your water, your hydration. So there's different things you can bring. I enjoy having an Nalgene, but some people like Camelbacks, other people like tin water bottles, but it's all to your personal preference. We also want to make sure you have some water purification devices. Here is a water pump in case you can go to a river or a stream. You can pump some water into your water bottle. But that's not always the best option because sometimes it is too cold outside to be able to use a water pump. So having water tablets or Pristine is also a fantastic idea to bring just in case, because you never know when you will need them. And the last essential is having an emergency shelter. So you can bring a bivy sack, you can bring a tarp, you can bring a tent, something to help you stay nice and dry while you're out in the woods is always best, because you never know when you can set up your tent or set up a tarp while you're eating, possibly to help keep you dry while it is wet outside. Thank you all for listening to the 10 Essentials.